What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Man, it is 10 o'clock, and I have been going like crazy. Got up this morning, 5:30, drove down here. I ended up putting in um, 700 feet of R38 in the ceilings, about 800 square feet of insulation in the walls, and some other stuff at the red brick house. And literally just stopped, and I was like, I'm gonna finish putting that insulation in today, so I don't have to deal with insulation tomorrow. And that's one of those things that I always try and do is, if there's something I can do today, it's better to do it today than wait till tomorrow, because that means I've got less to do tomorrow. And if you do that, if you do one more thing extra each day, you'll find yourself further ahead than you think. So I'm sitting here thinking, and shout out to Stacey Schubert, Roland's Reviews. She sent me a tweet that's kind of interesting. See, here's the thing. You want to know what the problem is with the Dallas Cowboys? The problem with the Dallas Cowboys is their success, because the Cowboys are always in prime time. The Cowboys are always talked about. Everybody sees every single game, every single play. They just do. Here, this is what Stacey shared with me. This past season, regular season games, okay? Cowboys versus the Giants, 42.1 million viewers. Buffalo Bills versus Cowboys, 31.9 million views. Cowboys versus Packers, 29.2 million views. Eagles versus Cowboys, 27.8. It's kind of funny that the Eagles, nobody cares about them. But Cowboys versus Minnesota, 27.7 million people watched it. When you watch the shows on ESPN and First Take and all those shows, FX1, NFL Network, all they talk about is the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott. So here's the problem. Because you don't see the Texans, unless you're a Texans fan, and Davis Mills and how bad that offense is, unless you are, I don't know, a Jets fan, you're not seeing those highlights. You're not seeing those things. Unless you're a Carolina Panthers fan, you're not seeing Sam Darnold look like ass. And you didn't see him looking like ass with the Jets. The only thing you get are the highlights of the great plays that they do. They don't show all of the bad plays. I mean, they might show one or two here or there. But for the most part, all you see with other teams is basically the highlights, the good things that they do. You don't see them every single play. It's not micro-analyzed every single thing that they do. Did Dak throw interceptions this year? Yes. Yes. Was Dak Prescott the only one to ever throw interceptions? I was looking this up in here. No. Was it the most ever? No. Check this out. So Dak had 15 this year, right? 15. Check this out. George Blanda has thrown the most intercepted passes as a quarterback in 1 year. 42. 42. How many quarterbacks have thrown 30 interceptions? Hall of Famer Ken Stabler, 30. Richard Todd, 30. Jameis Winston, 30. Lynn Dickey, 29. Let's go through. Let's go through the list, shall we? Fran Tarkenton, 38. Let's get down here to guys you would recognize. And it's kind of crazy that Fran Tarkenton threw 38 because back then they didn't throw that much. Brett Favre, 35. Peyton Manning, 22. Joe Namath, 24. Joe Namath, 32. I'm sorry. No, hold. Let me back it up. I'm sorry. That was their age. Let me go back. Jameis Winston, 30. Richard Todd, 30. Ken Stabler, 30. Brett Favre, 29. Joe Namath, 28. Ken Stabler, 28. George Blanda, 7. Drew Bledsoe, 27. Eli Manning, 27. Let's see. I'm trying to get modern ones because most of these guys you won't recognize. Terry Bradshaw, 25. Eli Manning, 25. Fran Tarkenton on there again, 25. Vinny Testaverde, 25. Danny White, 25. Bradshaw, 24. Brett Favre, 24. Sonny Jurgensen, 24. So we got Hall of Famers that have thrown a lot more than Dak. Johnny Unitas, 24. Brett Favre, 23. Brett Favre, 23. Peyton Manning, 23. Dan Marino, 23. Dan Marino, 23. Ben Roethlisberger, 23. Danny White, 23. So, yeah. Interceptions do happen. 15, you don't want to have. But when you're looking at some Hall of Famers there that got 30, I think we're making a little bit more of this because here's the thing that's kind of funny. Yes, Dak has had some interceptions the last 2 years, but he's also had the number one scoring offense when he's played. Yeah. If he were having those interceptions and we were in the bottom half in scoring, I'd say it's a bigger problem. But since we're still scoring points with not exactly the best of talent around him, yeah. I know you haters. I know you haters are going to be going through, here he goes, trashing other quarterbacks, just trying to make Dak Prescott sound better. Whatever. I can't stop y'all people from hating. I'm just going to do what I do. And that is keep on working, keep getting ahead, and keep putting out content. You ain't going to ever stop me. The only thing that's going to stop me is the good Lord when he calls me home. Peace.